not Insta, YouTube. I'm going to need somebody to tell me if you can hear me. I need to turn the Bluetooth off. So when you guys get here, let me know if you can hear me. That is the first matter of business. Let me know how we are doing for audio. And while we're doing that, I just finished my workout. I'm about to make my post-workout shake. So let me know if we got good audio. We're doing some almond milk. All right, hello, welcome guys. Welcome to the live chat at noon. Hello. Whoever is here, please just let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I just need to know that the audio is good because I had my headphones on and I hope that the Bluetooth didn't mess it up. And I just added a scoop of my vegan protein to my almond milk here. So please just give me a thumbs up. You can hear me? Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Don't want to belabor that point. And then I'm also adding my prebiotic fiber to my smoothie because I need to get it together. And I'm so happy to be here today, guys. So happy. And my scoop, sounding good? All right, cool. My scoop is in the other room. So I'm gonna add a teaspoon of my fiber. And I need to take fiber because I have not been eating the best on Christmas and the days following. So here we are, my post-workout shake. And today I have a really nice topic that we're going to discuss. We are going to talk about emotional eating and self-control. So just give me a second here while I blend my shake. Emotional eating and self-control. All right, so who watching this, what fiber am I using? I am using the Gauge Life prebiotic fiber. One scoop has 10 grams of fiber. It's so helpful for your gut health and digestion. And not to be TMI, but this is very like gentle. It's gentle. It gets the job done, but it's on the gentle side. And when you take it, you will be like, oh, and in a good way, in a good way. So, who watching this struggles with emotional eating? I think emotional eating is one of those things where, hold on, it tends to be unpredictable. It tends to be unpredictable. I appreciate that honesty, Maria. Emotional eating is unpredictable because nobody plans on having a bad day, right? Nobody plans on being in a bad mood. Nobody plans on being in such a bad mood that you're just willing to throw away your goals, right? And when you're in the thick of it, you don't care. You was thinking about it, but I don't emotionally, but you just love eating food. That's different. That's different, and that's a different subject. I'm talking about, it's what gets you in trouble. You love working out, but emotions get to me. I didn't realize it until you connected the dots. Lately, I've struggled with increased emotional eating. It's your top struggle. So we're going to talk about it. So let me just quickly like gulp this down. Emotional eating is a tough one because when you're no longer using logic, when you're no longer thinking about your best interest, you're just so consumed in the moment. And the concept of self-control just goes out the window. It's also when you see all the diet intermittent fasting is not working. So you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You said you eat when you're sad and stressed. Some people eat when they're happy too. So guys, remember, emotional eating when you're in a good mood is a thing too. So maybe you're the type of person that always wants to go out to eat to celebrate. Maybe you're the type of person that you always want to celebrate with food. Maybe you and your partner go on dates all the time and you want to celebrate your love. Like, that can be emotional too. So here's the thing. How do you get on top of it? How do you get on top of it? The first thing is you have to acknowledge it. If you're happy or sad, you celebrate or feel better with food. So here's the thing. Twofold. If you're eating emotionally where you know that you feel out of control, the first thing with emotional eating is accessibility to food. So the first question I have for you guys is, the food that you are eating emotionally, how accessible is it to you? Is it stuff that's already in your house? Is it in the freezer? Is it in the pantry? Is it already there because people in your house eat it? Is it already there because you have a secret stash? Is it the type of food that you have to go out and get? Do you have to go to the store? Do you have to do a special trip to get the food? Do you have to go out to eat? Do you have to DoorDash it? Do you Instacart it? How accessible is the food? Like, walk me through the scenarios. So, number one, if you find yourself reaching for food that you already have in the house and you're really not likely to go out of your way to access the food, that is easier to fix than if you find yourself going out of your way to get the food. So the first question is, when you find yourself eating emotionally, you need to limit your accessibility to the food. So that sounds really strange, but for me, my trigger food, and for those of you guys who know me, I've shared this with you guys several times. There is one food I cannot eat. I cannot keep it in the house because if I start eating it, I will binge on it and I just can't do it. And I tend to eat this food emotionally. And that for me is salt and vinegar potato chips. If it's here, it's a wrap. I just cannot keep it in the house. Certain snacks, certain things, I will not buy them. I will not keep them in my home. And for some of you, you need to just mentally decide and be like, you know what? I am not going to keep these foods in my house. So you limit your access to them. That's number one. Number two is, if you find yourself going out of your way to access the food, yours is cheesecake, apple pie, and chocolate chip cookies. If you don't have it, you would make it. Okay, so now I appreciate that. Now, there's a really good book called The Power of Habit. And for those of you who do eat emotionally, if it's your habit, you cannot break a habit until you replace that behavior with something else. So for those of you trying to break these habits, it's not enough for you guys to say, Christine, I'm just going to stop. That sounds great on paper, but you have to replace it with something else. So habit breaking is incomplete unless you replace the behavior. So for me, what I've done is, and when I'm stressed, instead of reaching for potato chips, instead of going out of my way to buy potato chips, I will eat a Granny Smith apple. Now, I intentionally go to the grocery store whenever I go and I buy an entire bag of them, and they're there whenever I feel the need to just eat something, and I just need to eat something. I go for a Granny Smith apple. I force myself to do it. I like Granny Smith apples. If I really, really, really need something extra, I'll take my Granny Smith apple. I'll add a little bit of almond butter, maybe some cinnamon, and then I'll call it a day. So the thing is, you have to ask yourself, for you who said you will do the chocolate chunk cookies, if you're gonna do something, what can you replace that with? What can you replace that with? You always have to ask yourself, what can you replace it with? Now, the next thing is, for those of you who find yourself going all the way out of your way to do this thing, you need to distract yourself, and you have to create a pause. You have to create a gap of time between you and the decision that you're trying to make. So the thing is, if you find yourself in an impulsive mode where you want what you want when you want it and you want it now, you need to try to slow down that impulse. And there are ways you can slow down the impulse. So one thing that you can do, and this is a habit of mine that I've adopted over the years, and it has been extremely helpful. It has been extremely beneficial. My thing that I do to slow down my impulses is I stop and I clean something. And you guys have heard me talk about cleaning often, the reason why cleaning helps me with impulse control is because when you want to eat emotionally, when you want a snack, when you just need it right now, what you really want is instant gratification. Who here knows that when you start eating emotionally, you want that instant gratification? You want that rush of dopamine. You want that crisp and salt of the potato chip. You want that rush of sugar. Your brain on a biochemical level wants a dopamine hit. Your brain actually wants a dopamine hit. And what a way you can trick your brain into receiving the same dopamine hit that you would get from snacking is cleaning something. And here's why. When you clean something and you take something in your immediate environment that goes from disorder to order, you can receive instant gratification from that. And I do these things where I call it power cleaning. It sounds kind of bizarre, but I will give myself 5 minutes and I'll time myself. It's going to sound really bizarre. Where I will try to accomplish, hi Angel, I will try to accomplish as much as I can in 5 minutes, where I'll be like, all right, I'm going to get all these dishes done. I'm going to take the trash out. I'm going to pick up the room. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And if you challenge yourself, I call it 5 minute power clean. It sounds really silly, but to me, I get some of that impulsiveness flushed out of my system, because when you are emotional, you are dealing with impulses, and those impulses can be satisfied outside of food. But the thing is, in the heat of the moment, when you want what you want and you have your mind set on it and nothing is going to stop you, it can feel impossible to slow that impulse. So what I'm telling you guys is, you have to have a game plan of exactly what you're going to do to slow down that impulse instead. So distancing yourself from the food is going to be very helpful. Using a different food. For me, like I said, my different food is the Granny Smith apples. Um, you could do a protein shake. Just do something that you like that is going to slow the impulse. Cleaning is a good one. Anything hygiene oriented can be wonderful. Sometimes when I'm stressed out, you guys, I'll just take a long shower. And there's something about like getting the oils out of your hair, just relaxing, like, maybe doing a body scrub, getting really clean, then like putting nice lotion on yourself, putting a nice perfume on afterwards, and just feeling very, very clean and hygienic can do wonders for challenging and troubled emotions. Now, there's another facet of this that I want to address with you guys that is very practical, that is very tangible. And what I want you guys to realize is this. I want you guys to realize that the challenges and struggles that you are dealing with emotional eating, you are not alone. Can I tell you, you are not alone? So, does anybody here feel like you go on Instagram, you go on the internet, you're on Facebook, and you see all these fit people who just seem to have it together. They look like they have no effing problems. They have their babies, and they have their perfect kitchens, and they have their vacations, and they just look so effing happy and so problem free. Do you ever see that and you're like, what the heck? Like, why is everybody so happy? And here I am with just this hot mess of just troubled emotions. Like, how do people do it? Do you ever find yourself asking that question? Anybody here? And I'll be honest with you guys, I see that stuff online and I'm like, dang, must be nice. Did you ever like catch yourself being like, must be nice to blah, blah, blah. Must be nice to not have to work today. Must be nice to have a partner who does X, Y, and Z. Must be nice to. And the thing is, here's what I want you guys to realize. It's all smoke and mirrors. Everyone has problems. Everyone has problems. Everyone is like faking it, so to speak. So like, and I agree, Nilda, I agree. She says social media is contributing to the depression downfall of society. Like a bunch of ice. You have to take all that shit with a grain of salt. And if you're in a bad mood, social media is probably not a place that you should be spending time on. You just shouldn't. You got to stop comparing yourself. Now, I'm going to switch modes for a moment here and talk to you guys about science, because you know, I'm a scientist, and I want you guys to realize that there is a biochemical element happening here when you are used to emotional eating and if you are constantly lacking self-control. So the first question I have for this group is, do you feel like you beat yourself up and you're mad at yourself for not having more self-control? So if you find yourself being like, damn it, I effed it up again. Dang it, I did it again. Oh, like, you know, Britney Spears, oops, I did it again. Like, if you find yourself being like, dang, why can't I get it together? Like, and you're really struggling and you're really trying and you're just like, why can I not get it together? I want you to realize that it's not all your fault. And I'm being completely serious here. I am telling you, it is not all your fault. And here's why. I did a video last week and on a study. It's not your fault. And hear me out. Here's why. Listen. If you have a 1-day binge, a single day binge, defined as at least 70 to 80% higher caloric intake than what you normally consume, your insulin sensitivity changes by 30%. So what that means is, I have to admit, I act like everything is always bright and sunny, and the truth is I crash so hard sometimes I just sink into the old habits and I don't know why. And I want to explain this to you guys, and I'm going to give you guys the most game-changing, practical advice here. So please listen. I want you guys to take notes on what I'm about to say. When your insulin resistance goes up, meaning your body cannot process carbohydrates with as much ease as it was able to the day before, you are going to feel hungrier. It is scientifically proven. When you have higher insulin resistance, your body is pumping more insulin, your blood sugar is elevated. When those two things are true, you are going to feel hungrier because your brain is not able to receive the message that your cells received energy. Your cells cannot receive energy when you are post binge. You are compromised by 30%. Now that's just a 1-day binge. Imagine you do it for multiple days, and imagine you do it by eating more than 80% above and beyond your calories. So what do? The number one thing you guys need to do is I need you guys to focus on the one thing and one thing only: blood sugar management. Blood sugar management. You have to get your blood sugar under control. And I'm telling you guys, it is not you, it is not your self-control, it is not your fault, it is your blood sugar. Until you get that blood sugar stable, you are going to be hungry, you are going to be having cravings, which is going to contribute to more emotional eating. So in order to get in front of it, in order to stop it, your number one priority needs to be on blood sugar management. And when you focus and shift gears to blood sugar management, I don't want you guys to be thinking about macros. I don't want you guys to be thinking about caloric deficit. Throw all that shit out the window. You need to focus on getting your blood sugar stable. So how do you get your blood sugar stable? You need to focus on what is going to slow your body's response. So you can do this by increasing your fiber intake. If you do nothing else, guys, make yourself a protein shake. I'm gonna show. Load it with stuff like this: chia seeds, fiber, and make it a protein shake you're excited to eat. Like, use some nice protein, add some chia, add some of this, add some almond butter, add some greens, add some berries, you can add banana, but like, try to stay to low sugar fruit. Focus on stabilizing your blood sugar and nothing else. Now, what type of food should you eat? Try a steak and vegetables. Try like fattier foods. Try high protein foods, vegetables, but until you shift gears, focus on blood sugar management and give yourself like 2-3 days and don't feel bad about it. Like, don't feel bad about it at all. And I'm saying this because you are going to be in a shitty mood. You're going to be feeling down on yourself. You're going to be feeling like, oh my God, why do I have no self-control? You guys, it is your blood sugar. Get your blood sugar stable. Get your blood sugar stable. And if that means you need to go to the grocery store and grab a big ass jar of salted almonds, if you need to grab some snacks like some string cheese, if you need to grab some avocados, if you need to grab some just different types of food that will allow you to prioritize your blood sugar management. Another thing that's excellent at blood sugar management, cinnamon. Cinnamon is a game changer. So what my point I want you guys to do, if you are having an emotional breakdown and you feel like you need to eat something, either number one, make it something healthier. Number two, give yourself distance between you and the thing that you're about to eat. Number three, choose a food that is going to stabilize your blood sugar. There's a lot of fun foods that you can include, but just don't eat something that's going to throw your blood sugar like this, you guys, because you are going to lose your damn mind. You're going to feel shitty. You're going to be mad at yourself. And I'm telling you, my friends, it is the most liberating thing when you get your blood sugar under control. And you said you were overwhelmed on where to start. And it can be overwhelming on where to start. And when you are in an emotional spiral, you're going to be having some steak tonight. Excellent, excellent. That protein's going to help you. That fat is going to satiate you. Have some nice vegetables with it. Like, have a really nice salad. Can I tell you guys one thing I love to do with steak? So when I have friends over, I love to cook steak for my friends. One thing I do, can I please give you guys an amazing tip? So the oils and stuff that I cook my steak in, I'll maybe do some olive oil, maybe some garlic. You're addicted to asparagus. I love asparagus. Please do this. I do this thing, I call it the warm mushroom salad. Who likes mushrooms? Do I have any mushroom fans in the house? I love getting the entire portobello mushroom caps, like the big ones. Don't get them pre-sliced. I get a big portobello mushroom caps. I slice the mushrooms and I will do a quick saute of the mushrooms in the olive oil and garlic that I use to cook the steak. And then I add like a splash of balsamic in there. And then I take that and it's all warm and I toss that with some leafy greens and I call it the warm mushroom salad. And you have to like serve it like immediately. Like you like cut it up, saute it, and then cause like you can use like the oils as the base of the dressing and then add like a little bit of like vinegar, like maybe a balsamic, maybe like whatever type of vinegar you like, just a touch of vinegar in there, and then take that whole thing and toss it with some leafy greens. And the cold freshness of the leafy greens against that like warm, savory, just sauteed mushrooms. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And it's like a lot of fun actually. And my point is, guys, my point here. I gotta finish my post-workout shake. My point is, these are very tangible ways you can step out of emotional eating. So my major advice, you take one thing away. Am I going to be restocking the protein powder? Yes. I will have dates for you on that soon. So please stay tuned for that. But guys, up your fiber and focus on blood sugar management. You think I have another calling as a chef? I love to cook. I love to cook for people. I love to have people over to cook for. Like, nothing makes me happier than to cook. And like, guys, I'm telling you, can I say this here? I have had this so in my heart. I want to host like a Gauge Girl retreat. Maybe we go to Florida or something. Maybe we like rent like a big ass house and like I want to like cook for you guys. And I want to give you guys like all my tips and tricks and hacks because I have so many like little like nuances and tricks where like when I did my Gauge Girl meetup, when I did my cooking demo at Williams-Sonoma, and I met some of my clients there, they were like, when I made that recipe, it did not turn out like this. And everyone was like, seeing you cook it, it like changed. Like, guys, I just feel like that would be so fun to like not only cook for you guys, obviously that could be part of like an educational experience, but like I want to like serve you guys and show you guys how to eat healthy and how to really make this a part of your life. But guys, please be encouraged. Listen, anyone who here who is dealing with blood sugar management issues, anyone here who's dealing with emotional eating, listen, can I give recipes for those with gallbladder issues? Yes, I can. Only after finishing 1 or 2 of the challenges, Beth. Here's the thing, friends. We all have shitty days. We all have shitty days. And this is why, if you guys are not part of my private Facebook community, I like legit need you guys to get in my private Facebook group. And here's why. My group is going to like bring you back to reality. It's going to bring you back to reality. Sorry guys, I just came from the gym. I'm going to put my sweatshirt back on. It's going to bring you back to reality. It's going to bring you down to earth and ground you with like the reality of like what real people are dealing with. The highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly. And the thing is, stop comparing yourself to like the stuff that you see online. You gotta stop comparing yourself. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable. And one thing that I want the theme for 2023 to be for myself and for my community is one word. The word of the year is healing. Who does that resonate with? Like healing. Healing on so many levels, you guys. I want to foster a community that supports healing in the new year, healing your relationship with food, healing your self-limiting beliefs, healing your emotional eating, healing your tendencies towards perfectionism, healing your procrastination, healing self-medicating through food and alcohol and whatever you self-medicate through, healing. Because guys, I'm telling you, I had a moment this morning. I was on my way to the gym, and this was like my first day to the gym in like a week. We put too much pressure on ourselves to look like fake celebrities who get paid to look like that. And Nilda, listen, babe, get paid to look like that. 90% of them had surgery. And she says that's perfect. It's the root cause of so much. I want to foster a spirit of change through healing. And I'm telling you guys, focus on healing emotional eating through blood sugar stabilization. And it's a lot easier than you think. It's a lot easier than you think. By shifting your choices towards foods like almonds, like protein shakes, like string cheese, like cottage cheese. Guys, where are my people at? You guys know I like cottage cheese. Do I have any cottage cheese fans in the house? If you have not done this, I'm pretty sure I told you guys this a million times, but I will eat cottage cheese with this ish on it, the Trader Joe's chili lime or the tahine. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. It's like an amazing snack, and that will stay. Not only will cottage cheese stabilize your blood sugar, but unlike other proteins, and I'm sorry for anybody who can't have dairy, but for those of you who can have dairy, can you have dairy? Give me a thumbs up if you can have dairy. And we're going to talk about cottage cheese for a second because I have a lot to say about it. Give me a thumb if you can eat dairy. And I know not everybody can, so I'm sorry if you can't. How many weeks does it take to stabilize your blood sugar levels? Jem, babe, you can stabilize your blood sugar in like 24 to 48 hours. I mean, stabilizing your blood sugar is a matter of hours, not days. Hours. I'd say 2 to 3 days. So I need all of you guys to start buying cottage cheese with your regular grocery store trip. And here's why. Cottage cheese contains a different type of protein compared to whey, compared to collagen, and it is casein. Casein is a slow digest protein, which means when you consume it, casein breaks down. It takes like 4 hours for casein to break down. 4 hours versus whey breaks down in like an hour tops. And there's pros and cons to that. So a fast digest protein is great for like after a workout, like collagen, like whey. That's great because you want it to absorb into your muscle quickly. But a hack is if you choose something like cottage cheese as a snack, dude, do some like strawberries in it. You know what? Another thing I did with cottage cheese once, I did it like a savory vibe, where I chopped jalapenos and put it in there. I chopped jalapenos, I put a little bit of salsa, and I made it just like this, like spicy, banging awesomeness. Cottage cheese, you guys, it will slow your digestion. It will keep you fuller longer, and that's the major hack. You guys, if you guys seen my post about, you read that Jackie Onassis, Marilyn Monroe, they all ate cottage cheese daily. You get bloated from dairy. I'm sorry, Gabriella. You're late. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. So, the next thing, you guys, is you have to remember. You have to remember that. Could you just add that as a snack? Yeah, you can absolutely add it as a snack. You can even add it as like something with your breakfast. But here's the other thing. How many of you guys saw my video on Ozempic, the diabetes drug? If you guys have not seen my video on Ozempic, the diabetes drug that is being used off-label, it's being used off-label for weight loss by Hollywood, and it's a drug. But here's the thing. The major hack with this drug is it slows gastric emptying, which means food literally stays in your stomach longer before it moves into your intestines. And as a result of that, you feel fuller longer and you physically cannot eat. Well, everything I'm telling you guys will do the same thing. Imagine that. Choosing slow digest proteins, choosing foods that are high in fiber, choosing foods that are going to stabilize your blood sugar, choosing things like more vegetables, more leafy greens, more protein, more healthy fats, dialing down, that will do the same thing. You want to focus on slowing gastric emptying. So the reason why I'm giving you guys these tactical tips is because the tips I'm giving you, this is not wishy-washy. This will physically change your cravings. This will physically, you just won't be able to eat more because you're under control. Your blood sugar's not all over the map. And when you're having an emotional meltdown, you need tangible tactics that actually work. That means so much, Maria, because the thing is, I am not here trying to like convince you guys to buy shit you don't need. And like, yes, I do have a supplement line. Yes, I would love it if you buy it. You don't have to buy my products. You can buy whatever you want, but I create things for you guys because I know you guys trust me. I know you guys value my advice, but to me, if you buy them, great. If you don't buy them, that's great too, because at the end of the day, I want to help you guys. At the end of the day, I want to see you feeling better. At the end of the day, I want to foster healing. And that is our theme for 2023. So if you're watching this and you're like, Christine, everything you're saying just resonates with me. Everything you're saying is giving me positive vibes. Everything you're saying is making me feel like I can do this. Everything you're saying is just giving me confidence that I haven't felt in a long time, and I want more of that. And if you are in that boat, I invite you to join my New Year's Challenge. The New Year's Challenge starts on January 16th. It goes through February 27th, so it's a 6-week challenge. Now, in the challenge, we provide you with custom macros, we provide you with workouts, we provide you with all that stuff. But here's the thing, you guys. It's not about what you get. It's about the result. If you're ready for a transformation where you challenge yourself to learn, where you challenge your behaviors, you challenge your habits, and you're ready for it, but you want to do it in a way where you don't feel alone, and maybe you're kind of scared, I'm telling you, there's nothing to fear, because between myself and my community, we are here to help you experience real change, experience real control over your emotions, over your eating, over your behaviors, to really allow you to establish momentum, to really live a healthy lifestyle, to live a life that feels good from the inside out. Will you lose weight? Will your body look different? Yes, it will. But the that's a byproduct of this being right, of your head being in a good place. Imagine this, my friends. Imagine being able to go through 6 weeks focusing on feeling better, challenging your limiting beliefs, challenging the way you eat, learning a new way to approach your nutrition that makes you just feel good. Imagine having energy. Imagine not being hungry all the time. Imagine being excited to eat a meal. Imagine not feeling bloated and lethargic. Imagine seeing your stomach go down. Imagine being able to go to the bathroom daily and regularly and have healthy bowel movements. Imagine just feeling less stressed because you know you're taking better care of yourself and you feel your clothes fitting better and your skin clearing up and your mood is less bitchy. Imagine how good it would feel to know that you invested energy in yourself to facilitate that. How amazing would that be? Like, are you kidding me? That alone is game changing. The benefit alone of being in a better mood and a more focused headspace and all of those types of things, guys, that's what you get. That's what you get by committing to one of my challenges. So if you have not signed up yet, I invite you to head over to gaugegirltraining.com right now to sign up. We have 2 packages. We have without coaching and with coaching. Without coaching is $119. With coaching is $499. So those are the 2 options. You have a few days left to sign up. So if you are on the fence, I'm telling you, I'm here to just push you over the edge to commit to yourself, to commit to your best health, because guess what? The investment you make in yourself pays back tenfold. Like, and those of you guys who have done my challenges before, those of you guys who have worked at me before, you need more guided meditations, I will do that. Does anyone know what the best hours of the day are for eating when you're intermittent fasting? It depends person to person. Most people do best on eating between like noon and 8 p.m. or 11 and 7 p.m., but it varies person to person. So guys, if you're here and you're on the edge, if you're here and you're like, Christine, everything you're saying sounds great, but I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I'm afraid I'm going to F it up. I'm comfortable. I am set in my ways and I'm just not sure if I'm ready for all that. Listen, guys, you got to choose your hard, because you can stay in the struggle. You can stay upset. You can stay discontent. You can stay struggling with emotional eating. You can stay on the yo-yo train. And when you choose to keep that control for yourself, where you think that there's more freedom in eating whatever you want, whenever you want, I'm telling you, my friends, that's not freedom. That's chaos. Eating whatever you want, whenever you want, any hour of the day, any time of day, is chaos. True freedom comes from boundaries. True freedom comes from healing. True freedom comes from, your body has limits, my friends. Your body has limits. So the sooner you accept and understand that and start to eat in a way that's aligned with what your body needs, guess what? That's how you feel better. That's the path to freedom. The path to freedom isn't anytime, any place, whatever you want, whenever you want it. The path to freedom is eating in a way that aligns with what your body needs. And that's it. That's it. So if you guys got questions, let me know. Please go to gaugegirltraining.com if you have not signed up, and comment me if you're going to enroll today. I would love to have you guys. Head on over also to Gauge Life to stock up on your supplements. If you guys got questions, my new pre-workout here, if you have questions on that, let me know. But let me know if you guys have been liking these live chats, if you guys want me to do more of them. I am planning for this year, for 2023, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week. So you'll find new uploads on this channel on Mondays. and Thursdays. That's the days the new videos, like the pre-recorded science-y videos, will be. But I'm kind of liking these noon chats. So if you want to see more of these, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much here, you guys. Please give the video a thumbs up and please comment and let me know. But you guys have an amazing day. I hope this was helpful, and don't forget to sign up for the challenge. See you later. Peace out.